Welcome back, fellow Stoics. Every day we navigate through crowds surrounded by countless faces, each hiding a story we'll never fully know. Yet, despite how close we are, true understanding of people remains just out of reach. But here's the truth. Human nature follows predictable patterns. Beneath all the noise, Stoicism reveals timeless insights about how people think, act, and interact. These aren't just observations. They're tools to help you navigate life with clarity and control. Today we're breaking down 10 fundamental truths about people that will change the way you see the world. These lessons aren't about cynicism, they're about strength. They'll help you handle relationships, challenges, and connections with a mindset built for resilience. Stick around, because missing even one of these could leave you blind to the reality of human nature. And if you value insights like this, hit that subscribe button. It's free and it keeps the wisdom flowing. Let's get into it. Number 1. Everyone is defined by their experiences. We're all books in progress, each chapter written by the moments we've lived through. Think about it. Every conversation, every struggle, every triumph adds a new layer to who we are today. But Stoicism teaches us something crucial. It's not the experiences themselves that define us, it's our response to them. Life is a forge for character. Each challenge, joy, and setback shapes us. Take someone who's faced hardship. They might carry caution and resilience not because of inherent distrust, but because their experiences have shown them both the fragility and strength of human nature. On the other hand, someone raised in a more protected environment might approach life with bold optimism. Both are shaped by their paths. Understanding this shifts how we view others. When someone reacts in a way we don't understand, maybe they're overly cautious or unusually aggressive, remember their response is often the result of unseen forces. Stoicism encourages us to focus on the present and control our reactions. This helps us respond to the deeper currents behind people's actions, not just the surface emotions. This perspective builds empathy, boosts emotional intelligence, and helps us interact with more grace. It's a blend of ancient wisdom and modern psychology that enriches our understanding of others, empowering us to build stronger connections and navigate life with wisdom. If you're finding value in these insights, hit that subscribe button. It's free and it helps the channel grow. Don't skip any part of this video. Ready to challenge your view on life? Let's move on to number 2. Number 2, diverse communication styles. Think of communication like a river. The flow varies from person to person. Some are like rushing rapids, direct, forceful, and to the point. Others are more like a gentle stream, subtle, nuanced, and thoughtful. This diversity can enhance our connections, but if we're not careful, it can also lead to confusion and misunderstandings. Stoicism teaches us to recognize and adapt to different communication styles. The Stoics believe that the art of effective interaction lies in understanding, not just the words, but the way they're spoken. For example, someone who speaks directly values transparency and might find indirectness evasive or insincere. On the flip side, those who favor subtlety might see bluntness as harsh or overwhelming. By recognizing these differences, we can adjust our approach without pretending to be someone else. It's about creating a bridge of understanding, not changing who we are. Every style is shaped by a person's beliefs, experiences, and cultural background. A Stoic approach to communication means being mindful and intentional, not trying to win arguments or impress, but genuinely seeking connection. This mindset makes interactions smoother, prevents misunderstandings, and deepens relationships. The next time you're puzzled by someone's indirect hints or shocked by their bluntness, remember the Stoic wisdom. Focus not just on what is being said, but how and why. This perspective turns conversations into opportunities for real connection and growth. Number 3, varied responses to stress. Stress hits everyone differently. Some of us react like a storm, loud, intense, and chaotic. Others withdraw, responding like a quiet drizzle, introspective and reserved. These responses aren't random. They're deeply rooted in our personalities, past experiences, and even biology. Stoicism provides a powerful lens for managing stress. The Stoics remind us that while we can't always control the external events that cause stress, we can control how we respond. This insight is crucial, especially when considering the wide range of stress responses. For someone who becomes confrontational under stress, the Stoic practices of reflection and restraint can guide them toward more measured reactions. On the other hand, for those who withdraw, Stoicism encourages self-reflection and proactive problem-solving, rather than retreating passively. By recognizing these differences in ourselves and others, we can create a more supportive environment, especially during stressful situations. It's about managing our responses and helping others handle stress effectively. If you know a colleague who gets defensive under pressure, approach them with calm empathy. If someone tends to withdraw, give them space first, then offer a listening ear. This doesn't just prevent conflict, it deepens our emotional intelligence and strengthens our relationships. The Stoic way isn't about suppressing our reactions, it's about adapting and learning from them. This approach cultivates resilience and creates a stoic calm within our communities, whether in personal relationships, workplaces, or social settings. It turns stress from a challenge into an opportunity for growth and connection, in line with Stoic ideals of wisdom and virtue. Number 4. Inherent judgment. Judgment has deep roots in human survival. Early on, humans needed to quickly evaluate situations for potential threats. But in today's complex world, these quick judgments often lead to misunderstandings and conflict because they're based on incomplete information. Stoicism teaches us the power to suspend immediate judgments. The Stoics emphasize the importance of seeing things as they truly are, without letting impressions or assumptions cloud our perspective. They urge us to pause, question our reactions, and assess whether they're based on facts or biases. This reflective practice aligns with the Stoic ideal of cultivating virtue through understanding and self-control. By stepping back before forming judgments, we allow ourselves the space to gather more information and deepen our understanding of situations and people. This prevents snap judgments that could lead to stereotypes or unfair conclusions. For example, if a colleague misses a deadline, our instinct might be to label them as lazy or unprofessional. But if we pause and consider other possibilities, perhaps they're dealing with a personal crisis, we might respond with empathy instead of criticism. Number 5. Universal insecurities. No matter how confident someone appears, beneath the surface we all have insecurities. This shared vulnerability isn't a flaw, it's a fundamental part of the human condition that connects us all. Stoicism provides powerful tools for navigating these unspoken insecurities. It teaches us that how we respond to our insecurities can either empower us or hold us back. By acknowledging our insecurities and examining them with objectivity and compassion, we can manage them more effectively. This practice not only helps us understand ourselves better, but also fosters deeper empathy for others. Recognizing that everyone, regardless of status or position, has their doubts and fears transforms how we interact with people. Instead of judging or competing, we approach others with kindness, lifting them rather than exploiting their weaknesses. For example, if a colleague hesitates to share their thoughts in a meeting, understanding that insecurity may be behind their hesitation encourages us to invite their input and affirm its value. This strengthens the collaborative spirit and creates a supportive environment. By addressing insecurities, both ours and others, we create more authentic relationships. Open discussions about our vulnerabilities build trust and respect, making connections deeper and more genuine. This doesn't mean insecurities disappear, but they no longer act as barriers to meaningful interactions. Embracing this Stoic approach aligns us with the ideals of wisdom and virtue, fostering personal growth and contributing to a more compassionate, understanding society. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to practice these principles, enriching our lives and the lives of others. Number 6. Self-interest in relationships. Navigating relationships is like a complex dance, where understanding each other's motives and needs is key. A tough truth to accept is that not everyone will always act with your best interests in mind. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control others' actions or intentions, we can control how we react. By recognizing that people often act out of self-interest, we can prepare ourselves to respond with reason rather than disappointment or resentment. This allows us to approach relationships with clarity, anticipating that others will prioritize their own needs, something that's natural and human. Accepting this doesn't make us cynical or distrustful. It helps us develop a realistic understanding of human motives. This Stoic approach encourages us to build relationships based on mutual respect, clear expectations, and healthy boundaries. For example, in a professional setting where team members have different priorities, one focused on innovation, the other on tradition, Stoicism teaches us to appreciate these differences as strengths, not obstacles. By recognizing that each person's perspective contributes to a more robust solution, we open the door to more effective collaboration. Respecting diverse values isn't just about avoiding conflict, it also enriches our lives. Engaging with people who hold different beliefs broadens our perspectives, encouraging personal growth and deeper understanding. But this requires open communication, active listening, and fair negotiation, all key Stoic virtues that strengthen wisdom and justice. By embracing these practices, we foster more peaceful and productive interactions, creating a more empathetic, understanding society. Valuing diverse perspectives and negotiating differences with respect embodies the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously in the community, where the common good thrives through inclusion and consideration. Number 7. Projection of thoughts and feelings. Projection is a fascinating, often unconscious mechanism of the human mind. It's when we attribute our traits, emotions, or impulses to others, something that can easily lead to misunderstandings and conflict. When we project, we distort how we perceive others' actions and intentions, making it harder to connect with them authentically. Stoicism encourages us to reflect deeply on our thoughts and behaviors, urging us to question the origins of our judgments and accusations. For instance, if you find yourself accusing a colleague of being selfish, it's worth considering if your fears or past experiences are coloring your perception of them. This requires honesty and courage, but it's essential for personal growth and healthier relationships. Understanding projection helps us communicate more authentically. When we realize our criticisms or negative perceptions may reflect our inner conflicts, we can address those issues directly instead of displacing them in others. This shift leads to clearer, more supportive interactions, fostering empathy and understanding. By confronting our projections, we can create more genuine connections based on mutual trust and respect. This doesn't mean that insecurities or projections will disappear, but that they won't stand in the way of meaningful relationships. Embracing this Stoic practice aligns us with the ideals of virtue and wisdom, promoting personal growth and contributing to a more compassionate society. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to practice these principles, enriching both our lives and the lives of those around us. Number 8. Differing values. In the rich tapestry of human interaction, one of the most vivid threads is the diversity of values. People prioritize different aspects of life: career success, family, personal freedom, or social responsibility. These differences can lead to clashes, especially when decisions affect a group with varying priorities. However, understanding and respecting these differences is key to navigating our social world effectively and harmoniously. Stoicism offers a practical approach to dealing with this diversity in values. It teaches us that while we can control our actions and responses, we cannot and should not attempt to dictate the values of others. Recognizing this is crucial for fostering tolerance and patience. Stoics advocate for focusing on our virtues and duties, leading by example rather than imposing our views. Take a workplace, for instance, where team members prioritize different outcomes. One values innovation, while the other values tradition. Stoicism encourages us to see these differences as strengths rather than obstacles. By understanding that each person's perspective contributes to a more robust solution, we open the door to more effective collaboration and problem solving. Respecting differing values isn't just about avoiding conflict, it's about enriching our lives. When we genuinely engage with people who hold different values, we expose ourselves to new ideas and perspectives, which leads to personal growth and deeper understanding. This requires open communication, active listening, and fair negotiation, all skills enhanced by Stoic virtues like wisdom and justice. By embracing these practices, we create space for more peaceful, productive interactions and contribute to a more empathetic, understanding society. Valuing diverse perspectives and negotiating differences with respect and fairness aligns with the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously within the community. In doing so, we recognize that the common good is strengthened by the inclusion and consideration of all its members. Number 9. Motivational differences. Just as values differ, so too do the things that motivate us. Some are driven by a need for security, finding motivation in stability and predictability. Others seek recognition, thriving on acknowledgement and the esteem of their peers. Still another group is motivated by curiosity, constantly seeking new knowledge and experiences. Understanding these motivational differences is crucial for navigating our interactions, both personally and professionally. Stoicism teaches us to approach each interaction with mindfulness and respect for the other person's driving forces. By understanding what motivates others, we can better align our actions and communication to suit their needs, which makes our interactions more effective and harmonious. For example, If you know a team member is motivated by recognition, make sure to acknowledge their contributions in meetings. On the other hand, if someone is driven by security, provide them with clear frameworks and steady expectations to help them perform at their best. For those driven by curiosity, offering opportunities for learning and exploration will keep them engaged and innovative. Stoicism doesn't just suggest accommodating others' motivations. It also encourages us to reflect on our own. By understanding what drives our actions, we can strive to ensure that our motivations align with our values and virtues, which Stoics regard as the path to true fulfillment. This alignment helps us interact with the world more effectively, ensuring that our actions respond not only to our needs, but also contribute positively to our environment. In practicing Stoicism, we learn to foster a community where diverse motivations are not just recognized, but actively supported. This not only enhances individual well-being, but strengthens the collective fabric, making our social and professional groups more cohesive and resilient. By embracing motivational differences and responding thoughtfully, we live out the Stoic ideals of wisdom and justice, enhancing our relationships and communities. Here's the updated heading and content for your script. Number 10. Post-decision rationalization. In the complexities of human interaction, one of the subtler yet profoundly influential aspects we encounter is the phenomenon of post-decision rationalization. This occurs when individuals retroactively justify their decisions to align with their self-image, or the image they wish to project to others, often revising the reasons for their decisions after the fact. They craft a narrative that fits more comfortably with their personal beliefs or societal expectations. Stoics emphasize the importance of self-awareness and authenticity, advocating for a life where our decisions and justifications are guided by truth rather than ego or external approval. By understanding that people often reshape their narratives to protect their self-esteem or to avoid cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort experienced when one's beliefs are contradicted by their actions, we can approach interactions with greater compassion and understanding. Recognizing post-decision rationalization in others allows us to look beyond the surface to the deeper motivations that drive behavior. It prompts us to ask why someone might feel the need to justify their actions in such a way, and what this might reveal about their values, insecurities, or societal pressures. For example, if a colleague defends a risky business decision with greater confidence after the fact, understanding this as a potential rationalization can lead to more empathetic and constructive conversations. Perhaps it reveals their need for acceptance or fear of failure, emotions we all grapple with. Moreover, being aware of this tendency in ourselves fosters greater personal growth. Stoicism teaches us to reflect critically on our reasons for making decisions, encouraging us to align our actions more closely with our true intentions and ethical values. This introspection ensures that our actions are not just reflexive but reflective, embodying the Stoic virtues of wisdom and integrity. By embracing these Stoic principles, we not only foster understanding and patience in our dealings with others, but also cultivate a more authentic and self-aware existence. This not only enriches our personal lives, but enhances our relationships as we interact with others in a way that is both understanding and grounded in genuine insight. As we journey through life's complexities, embracing the wisdom of Stoicism not only enlightens our paths, but enriches our interactions. Thank you for joining us today on Virtual Stoic. If this discussion sparked your interest, be sure to explore further resources on the Stoic way of life. Remember, every interaction, every challenge, and every moment is an opportunity to grow wiser and more connected with those around us. Embrace the teachings of Stoicism, and may each day bring you closer to understanding and fulfillment.